downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. On the Bears sideline, their head coach, Ben Johnson. His guys playing well, 4-2 through the first 6 games. Across from him, his counterpart from the Vikings. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand they're going to come into today's game and have some success. They've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
Open man, that's Rome Odunze. It's a 3-tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got Loveland free left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. The tight end, Komet, is on the move.
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Caught left side by Odunze. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Bears first down.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. The Vikings 19-yard line.
On the ground, here's the Texas Longhorn, Roshan Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs for being close. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Another run here with Johnson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That one taken in. Luther Burden. Touchdown Bears.
Touchdown.
That is 2nd TD catch of the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Makes the score Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, How quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Minnesota.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Jordan Addison. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Now they'll set up to throw. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now, faking the give to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Vikings. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And with this extra point, we got ourselves a tie ball game.
Team score 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looks like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. A throw left side there, not going to find the targets. Incomplete. Nope, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He's going to be bottled up and taken down. They've got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense is ready for their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. That's into the hands of Jordan Mason. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
They'll run the toss here with Jones. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, he'll take the handoff and hold on to it. Oh, the ball's out. Looks like the Bears got there. And they did. Chicago ball.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and 1. It's second down and 12. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's
on third down. They'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's Torrey Taylor now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Now a handoff. Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To number 18. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. It's 3rd and 4 as we are ready to get back underway. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward for a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good move there, and a gain of 6. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now from the gun. This one taken in by Odunze. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looks like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And that's That ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
A gain of 16
I know,
yards.
I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. Besides the speed.
Looks like Pete Carroll wants a second opinion here, so out comes the red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Johnson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
At the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Back to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That'll be swung out wide to Jones. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A gain of 2.
They'll throw out of the gun. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down. Trying to fight Penny, see if he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 7 yards.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Bears 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Bears.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL. with a hook.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. That's into traffic, but taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 14-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Intended for number 18.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Johnson on the coverage.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw to the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision maker. It's always a little bit of a letdown when you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Bears offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Jonathan Allen, big man from the interior with the stop. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Johnson. And he won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 37.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Bears 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 more yards. Complete to number 15.
On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
And the Bears.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even 1st half.
6-yard line.
We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, 1st and 10 now from the 36. That pass is caught by Burden. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Forced to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes a pay.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Looking just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. And he is going to have a Bears 1st down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. They get it on 3rd and a yard.
For a Bears 1st down.
Now a screen set up for Johnson. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They'll stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Johnson is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Santos for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bears go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Vikings 10.
Still time, final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Throwing now on first and 10. Into space at the 45. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down mark. And that's a pickup of 9. Is going to set up second and 1.
Brings up second and 1.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds. And he stopped the clock as well.
10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll be forced out of bounds.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second down and 3. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings are able to cut it to 4, 17-13.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. Marching down just shy of the 40. Starts from the 39. They come up on first and 10. A run. It's Jones. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. He'll throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota.
He's now over the century mark, Mike. And I get that this holiday was just started as something fun. It wasn't meant to impact how teams prepare for games necessarily. But I have to wonder, Mike, with it being National Tight Ends Day, did they have a little extra look or two his way to help him reach this total?
Riker now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. The Vikings go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. 17. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bears offense. And their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have a Bears 1st down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
Bears 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
That one is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
Back to throw.
2nd and a yard. At the 49.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. To the perimeter, he got a Dunze on the out. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Bears 1st down.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. On the run to the right. And he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. It is a gain of 23 yards. And now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Up the middle they go. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here.
That is caught by the tight end. Cole Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Vikings 20.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jalen Johnson up from his corner spot to make the stop. From the 29. Here's second and 8.
It's second and 8. At the 20.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And
in trouble, and down he goes. Shamar Turner in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10. Now Jones. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
At the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air now on first and 10. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
For number 83.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try.
37-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. As those Vikings cut the deficit down to 1.
I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Connection made. It's Burton. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Hill to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Backfield empty. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Exiting the pocket right. Taking off. He'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now, faking the give. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The 2nd down pass. Intended for Luther Burden. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on foot. And the rush gets goal. He'll go down. They got him.
The quarterback is sacked.
Jonathan Grenard.
On the
He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
Torrey Taylor in punt formation for Bears.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch taken here, and can come right at the 15-yard line. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he nearly got free. But as it is, a gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's another
20 yards on that pass play. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
49-yard line.
He'll run. This is Mason. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 45 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory. Hope to come away with some points.
From the 1, second and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. Trying to find its crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. For the lead, here is third and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Vikings. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and give themselves this big win? So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Out to his right, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Vikings offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And they'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the ground is Mason. And some nice footwork as he swings forward for a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short game.
And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A run. And here's Mason. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings.
Punt formation.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Bears offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they will finally run him down. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest, we might shut it down.
Big time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 14.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. They'll stick to the ground. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So now, an extra point really doesn't help that much. We'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Going up top. He's got it! And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Big spot here for the Vikings. They'll try to add on the 2-point conversion. This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I think all of us us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. He'll run. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
For number 43.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and that is incomplete. They had their chance, they took it there. Look, they're trailing late, got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Vikings offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And this game is not a done deal just yet. Still have 3 timeouts to the defense. Now, if there's 1 first down, it seals the deal. But there is still a chance for the defense to get the ball back. He'll tuck it and take off. It is a gain of 23 yards. And now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So a win here for the Vikings. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.